She doesn't want anybody to be lonely. And I don't either. Welcome to another vlog. It's honestly a bit surreal that it's March. My first March vlog. Of course, by the time you're seeing this, it will have been March for a little while, or chances are it probably won't be March anymore because you'll see it later in the year. But as I'm sitting here right now, it is Monday, March 3rd. Desi's doing really, really well. She's recovered very, very quickly from the dental cleaning. If you missed last week's vlog, you can go back and watch that to get more of the deets. But she has bounced back so quickly. She's pretty much back to her usual spunky self. She's still on the antibiotics, and we're still not letting her chew on her bones and stuff, because I know her gums are going to be a little bit tender for a little bit longer. She has been very, very happy. Her breath is so much better. They did not have to do any extractions. So yeah, much relief. And the fact that everything went well and she's safe and healthy and doing so well, is such a huge, I didn't realize how much the anxiety last week was just weighing on me so much. I feel like I can breathe again. I didn't even realize. So I feel I don't know, I haven't started editing last week's vlog yet, but I feel like the energy might be a little bit off because of that. So apologies if it was. So that's where we're at with that. As far as today, I have kind of a checklist. I just tidied up, so I actually need to check that off my list. Last week, I just did not have the spoons to keep everything tidy like I normally do. So there were a few things sitting out. I bet anybody else would look at that and go, that's cluttered. What the heck? That's nothing. But for me, even just having a couple things sitting out of place with my ADHD brain, I'm my attention always snags on it. And it's just visual and mental clutter. And it adds up pretty quick. So anyway, now that my brain is kind of chilling again after all the Desi stuff last week, I was okay, it's time. It is time. This stuff is annoying me, so I got tidied up. So on today's list is tidy up, which I did. I need to work on tax stuff. I need to make my oatmeal cookies. Finally, I need to make oatmeal cookies. Obviously need to surf Indeed. I need to edit a vlog. I need to clear out my emails because they kind of got neglected last week too. And then I also need to get in a workout. I realized that I think I have actually been nursing this shoulder to the point that it's just going to get worse the longer I rest it. So I did a really easy 10-minute, I think. Yeah, it was a 10-minute free weights kind of workout last week, and I did okay. It was tight and it did hurt a little bit after, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I think that if I just, start with maybe twice a week, really ease into it, and then make sure that I use my acupressure mat every 2 days. I stretch in the shower when everything is warm, and use my Hypervolt, which is a massage gun. I think I'll be okay. I think I can kind of work my way back out of this. But yeah, it's just been so tight and so it's gotten to the point though that even if I have to go upstairs and move a box, say something's sold on Mercari and I need to get to the bottom box in this stack, that hurts. Just lifting 2 boxes, and they're not that heavy. And I'm okay. So it's time. It is time, especially since later this year, at some point this year, I know I'm going to be moving. I need to be able to lift boxes without being down for a day or two with a migraine because my shoulder pulled out and pulled my occiput out and caused a migraine. Because that's what happens, is my shoulder, neck tightens up, locks up, pulls out my occiput, and probably 50 other things. And then it all goes straight to the nerves in my eye and causes a migraine. And it's excruciating. I want to start feeling stronger. I want to start feeling more ready for the next chapter. And part of that is strengthening my body and getting my stuff taken care of. Like, I really wanted to do that last month, and everything kind of went haywire last month with the job thing, and things did not go according to my plan, but that's okay because I am doing the things that I need to do. And so I'm going to really focus on the things that have been weighing me down. So like my health, my belongings. I feel like doing that is going to allow me to set myself up for the next chapter. And that's really like what I want. I'm feeling restless. I'm feeling like things are about to start moving. And I want to be ready for that. Because once I have a job again, to start out, I'm going to be getting used to a job. So I'm not going to have the spoons to work on stuff or start new habits or tidy, or go through my things and purge stuff. I have this window of time where, between jobs where I can focus on these things and not be overwhelmed by them. And I don't want to waste that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now as far as this week, this month. And I'm excited because I'm so ready for things to change. I'm so ready for things to move and shift and to be able to spread my wings. And I think that spring is such a great time to focus on this stuff. Like, I don't know. I like spring. I love fall. But I like spring too, because everything is coming back to life after being dormant, and the energy is just so compelling. And so I feel like there are so many shifts that happen in the spring. So I want to be ready when I have whatever my next job is going to be, and I'm getting started, and I'm sitting there going like, wow, this is a lot. I want to be able to say, I am so glad that I took care of those things while I was off, instead of being like, dang it, I wish I had used my time off from work to do these things. Like, that's my goal. And who knows, I could score something and start next Monday, or it could be another 2 weeks. It could be another month. Like, I don't know. Hopefully it's not another month, because I only have a month of expenses and savings at this moment. But you know what I mean though. Like, you get it. You're picking up what I'm putting down, right? So anyway, that is where my brain is at as I go into this new month, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys. I hope that if you're dealing with something similar or struggling with some, whatever, that seeing where I'm at in my journey can help remind you that you're not alone, that there are other people out there dealing with the same things, even if your circumstances might be completely different from mine. Human emotion is universal. And if you've been around on my channel long enough, you've heard me say that before. I just feel like normalizing that is so important, especially right now. There's so much scary stuff going on. And if we can find other people who understand us, it makes it a little bit less scary. So anyway, I think I am done rambling. I just had a lot on my mind that I wanted to share. Hopefully all of this is coherent. Hopefully we're good. But I am going to put my dental strips in. Yay, they taste awful. And during that 30 minutes, I think I will clean the kitchen, pop my lunch in the air fryer, finish tidying up, and then probably after lunch dive into tax stuff and all the boring things. And I will check back in later to let you know how it's going. Hello. It is pretty late in the day. Kind of got busy with things. I got almost everything done on my to-do list, including something that popped up that ended up taking a lot of time, which meant I couldn't do something else that was on my to-do list, but this was more important because I heard back from the job I applied for last week that could be really awesome. Part-time, good hourly. Yeah. So they asked for 2 videos. One sharing my screen and walking through a project relevant for the role and answering some questions, like kind of going through some things, and then something about me, answering some questions that they have. So that took a long time. So it meant that I wasn't able to get a workout in, and I had a headache earlier, so I decided to push off making my oatmeal cookies, which I'm glad I did because I was able to put more energy and time into these videos, which way more important than cookies, right? And then I did end up going with my partner to the grocery store and got a few things, so that was good. Needed that. So yeah, it's like I got everything except for a workout and the cookies in today, but it was because this popped up, these videos for this job app popped up and grocery store popped up. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm not going to be like, oh no, I didn't get everything done. And, there were some other more pressing things that came up and I did it. I got them taken care of. So yeah, I had an adrenaline rush just now when I submitted the video. So my face is all hot and red and I'm like, but I am very happy with how everything came together. I think that my personality came through in the videos. Yeah. So. Oh man, what a day. What a day. Like, I made a whole page of notes in my notebook based on what they ask you to cover in your videos. So I think I hope I did well, and I just I did a bunch of takes, but I tried to just be me. We'll see. I really hope I hear back though. I think that it could be really cool. I do need to brush up on my Adobe skills though, because my last 2 positions and then all of my freelance work, my clients have all used Canva. So I'm a little bit out of practice with Adobe. So I need to brush up on that. So I need to add that to my list this week. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. I have a notepad. Brush up on Adobe. Whoa, camera's too close. Okay. So Adobe brush up. I don't know. We'll just call it. I think Illustrator is still pretty much, the same fundamentals, just a lot of new stuff. So it should be pretty quick. But it's been a long time since I worked in Photoshop. So yeah. Anyway, I'm nervous but excited at the same time. I think I'm going to call that a wrap on Monday and try to get my adrenaline to I'm always like this. Always like this with job stuff. I get all like what did I do? So okay, gotta calm down. At least the headache is gone. I will say that. I was worried it was going to turn into a full-fledged migraine because I was kind of feeling it. But, oh my gosh. Okay, I've got to stop thinking about it. I sent the videos. It's done. I'm going to just not think about it. I think I will put together a to-do list for tomorrow. So that way I can kind of get some things out of my brain. I'm going to try to relax so I can get to bed at a good time and slowly start getting my schedule a little bit earlier in the day. Anyway. All right, I'll catch you tomorrow. Well, I thought I was done for the day, but I ended up working out and it was really good. I just had so much adrenaline from sending the videos for that job app thing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some of this nervous energy out. I did an Apple Fitness Plus workout, 10-minute strength training with Bettina. She's one of my favorite strength trainers. It was really good. Just 2 dumbbells and 4 moves, I think. Boy, I can feel it. Even just standing here, my legs are kind of shaky. So, yeah, it was partly because I did the heaviest weights that I have. I know I talked about taking it easy, but I was like, I want to feel it tomorrow. We'll see. I did a lot of stretching and my hypervolt after. I started with the acupressure mat and then I worked out because I read online that a lot of people liked doing that because it like helps with like muscle blood flow and all that. So working out, it's better. So since I seem to have some issues with circulation and muscle stiffness due to lack of blood flow, I thought that would be good. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. But anyway, I am going to settle in with some granola and YouTube and enjoy a little bit of chill time before I head to bed. I had a very nice shower, got it as hot as I could stand it, and stretched, so I am ready to call it a night. But I wanted to pop back on with that update because aside from the oatmeal cookies, I got everything done on my list today. It just feels really nice. It's been a really long time since I had a day where I could focus and actually get things done, where looking at my to-do list wasn't like overwhelm and panic instantly. So, yay. Yay. So, let's call that a wrap on Monday. Welcome to another day in my life. It is Tuesday and I am about to dive into my task list for today. So I wanted to step in, check in, and just say, hey, I can't remember what I actually have on the docket for today. Should probably check. Okay, so I need to edit a vlog. I need to work on the course that I'm working on. Words today are being challenging. There is a tapping workshop that I want to do. I've heard about tapping for a long time and I'm finally going to take a workshop, do a workshop on it that I saw on Instagram. So there's that. I'm kind of excited to see what it's about. So those are my main things. Oh, and I need to go ahead and make my cookies today. I wonder how many days in this vlog are actually going to pass before I make my oatmeal cookies. Hopefully not anymore. Hopefully I will do it today and you won't hear me talking about it anymore. So that is the plan. That is the plan for today. Say hey to Desi. I don't think we've said hey to Desi in this vlog. Hey. Hey. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. No. I just put my face moisturizer on. No, it tastes yucky. Say hi. Can you give me a kiss on my ear or something where there's no lotion? Thank you. I swear she understands me. Anyway, on that note, I'll put her on the floor. Anyway, I am going to dive in and see how much stuff I can get done. I will let you know. Now she wants up. She wants back up, apparently. So yeah, I'm gonna dive into all the things and I'll try to remember to let you know how the tapping workshop goes because like I said, it's something I've wanted to try for a while and I've heard a lot of good things about tapping. So if I can discover another tool to have in my self-care, healing, trauma recovery, nervous system regulation journey, then I am so here for it. So we'll see. I'm going to lock in, get it going, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Just put lunch in the air fryer and wanted to pop in because I was on Instagram and saw a cool post that I wanted to share by My Therapy Tribe because it's so good. It's so good. So why I'm the cycle breaker. This is literally something I have been thinking about and learning about and realizing about myself. And it really puts it into words. So I just wanted to share in case anybody else could relate. Why I'm the cycle breaker. I'm willing to face the hard truths. I value emotional safety. I talk openly about what others don't. I prioritize my mental health. I am unlearning what did not serve me. I refuse to pass down my pain. I question the way things have always been. Wow. Please let me know if that is you. If you resonate with that, please let me know in the comments. A cycle implies that it's the status quo, right? So we come along and we break that. We are behaving outside of that status quo. So we are challenged, we are ridiculed, we are misunderstood, we are talked down to, rejected, made to feel like we are less than because we are not adhering to the way things have always been. And I saw this very, very clearly when I visited my family at Christmas time. I got into an argument with my mom and had to put my foot down. Had to say no. This ends with me. I'm done. I'm done with this. And it did not go very well at all. Because I grew up being my mother's grounding wire and my family's grounding wire in various ways. And I'm not doing that anymore because I am my own safe place. I am my own grounding wire, and I am not responsible for regulating or grounding other people, managing triggers, any of those things. So I'm a cycle breaker. I am a cycle breaker. So it makes me feel very alone sometimes because I am challenging the status quo. I am standing up and saying, hell no. This is toxic. This is dangerous. This is unhealthy. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not putting up with that anymore. I'm not putting up with it from myself. I'm not putting up with it from you. So if that is you as well, please let me know, because I feel like there are so many of us and it can get so lonely. So please share that with me in the comments so that we can encourage each other as we break these cycles and impact our own lives and hopefully cause a ripple effect in the people around us. I mean, that's the ideal. And you know what? I'm going to change that. We do cause a ripple, but whether they allow it to affect change, that is up to them. Because our changes do ripple outward from us. Hi. She was happy on my chair and then decided not to be happy on my chair anymore without me. So Desi wants you to share in the comments so that you don't have to be lonely. Isn't that right? She doesn't want anybody to be lonely. And I don't either. So, anyway. Just some random deep thoughts after scrolling Instagram. I have really been kind of curating my Instagram, my personal Instagram, not the one that's linked on YouTube, my personal one that I go on to scroll. I've really been working on curating it so that it is very focused on this kind of thing. Mental health, well-being, all of that. So if you would like for me to share some of my favorite accounts that I follow for content like this, please let me know. I would be happy to highlight them in a future vlog, maybe show some of my favorite posts, or like maybe show a roundup, like one favorite post for each account, and then link them so that you can follow them too. Anyway, I'm gonna work on editing a vlog until my food is ready, and then I'm gonna watch YouTube while I eat and get some Desi snuggles. You want snuggles? You want snuggles? Do you want snuggles? There we go. You want snuggles? You want snuggles? Hey, you want food? You want food? Here, I'll put this up. Get out of your way. You want food? Yeah. Oh, that got the tail wagging. Can you say please? Have you forgotten how to say please? She does not want the camera in her face. She's ready for lunch. No. Okay. I better go feed the monster and get my own food ready. So I will check in with you later. Hello, hello. I am taking a break from working on stuff to take Desi out and go ahead and make those oatmeal cookies. I finished the course that I was working on for creating a digital offer, and I'm really, really pleased with what I've come up with. It's honestly, I think it's going to be even better than the original idea I had, which was basically this overall same thing, but in course form. And because I'm so new to creating my own stuff, and like the course didn't happen. And I think it was because it was just so much, like cutting my teeth on a course. That was overwhelming. So overwhelming. So I want to say I've been sitting on this idea for at least a year, maybe more. And the course didn't happen. So it must be because it was just too much. And so taking it and paring it down into a workbook that I can easily build a sales page for. It's aside from, general like updates based on feedback or like things I want to add or, whatever to enrich the workbook as I go. It will be evergreen. So I create it, I put it on a sales page and talk about it, promote it, share it. So I'm really excited because that's a lot less overwhelming. Like all of the stuff is in here and it's just putting it on a page or many pages and making it look pretty. So whereas a whole course is workbooks and this and that and lots of recording and editing. I have helped somebody launch a course before, a video course, like a full thing. And I know what goes into that because I was the one who took all of the material and turned it into edited videos, formatted workbooks, like. So it's, yeah, I'm really excited though. I've got a really good outline and I feel like this is what I need to be doing. So I'm excited to see it take shape. I have started working on the workbook design and yeah, at this point, it is basically just taking my outline and beginning to write content. I think now that I have the outline, I'm going to get the overall workbook design started so that I can start. Basically, what I'm thinking is take the outline and then plug it into, like, put the titles at the tops of pages in Canva, because Canva is my preferred method of workbook design. Put it into pages, like blank pages in Canva, and then kind of get a feel for how many pages, if I need to make it longer or shorter, whatever. And then just start creating the content like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I want it to be at the $19.99 price point. And the course that I took said that the ideal length for that price point is between 30 and 50 pages, which I think my workbook will probably be in that range, because I really want this to be accessible for people while still giving them good value, but not throwing everything in and overwhelming people. Because I could talk about all of this so much, and there's just so much. Like, I'm trying to keep it simple. I don't want somebody to open it up and go, okay, this is a 100-page PDF. Never mind. Or, that kind of thing. Like, and just get overwhelmed. I also want this to be kind of a gateway for working with people one-on-one as well. So it's kind of a balance, because so the idea is that I want people to go through this workbook and feel like they have a firm grasp of all of this, so that they can either DIY or work with me. Like, I just realized I haven't talked about what the workbook is even about. So this workbook is for small business owners and entrepreneurs who either are wanting to start a business but have no idea how to brand it, no idea what personality, anything, like, have no idea of how to take their vision and turn it into authentic branding, or they have an existing business and just feel like their branding is not matching their vision, or their business has taken another direction from the one that they thought. So the branding doesn't, is misaligned now, or they've outgrown it and the branding needs to evolve. And they're like, what is my business now? I've lost touch with it. So this workbook will basically guide them through discovering their brand's unique voice and telling that story, and getting them to the point where they can then, if they have design skills, they can DIY. If they don't, then they work with me or another designer on their branding. So it's a twofold thing where I'm trying to set up small business owners for success with their branding. And if they DIY it, great. Like, I have done my part. I've had my part in their journey. If they need help, then yay. Like, I've opened their eyes to the fact that they do need help. So I am helping them pursue either working with me. So then the benefit would be that I would get the project, or another designer. I'm helping another designer with their, get clients in their business. So either way, I've made my impact. And at the end of the day, that's really what I want, whether it turns into a project for me or not. Like, I have a fingerprint on their journey, and that's why I want to do this. So anyway, long story short, I finished the course. So at this point, it is just creating the workbook, getting feedback, proofing kind of feedback on it, and setting up the sales page. So yeah, it seems like a lot, but I'm also very much looking forward to it because I really enjoy workbook design. And I've never really done it with my own content before, so I think it's going to be harder and simpler at the same time. I'm not sending it for approval or having somebody say, oh, by the way, we need to add this whole new section. It's all up to me with what I want to include. So, but at the same time, I have to create the content. I'm not just pulling content from somebody else that somebody else put hours into and turning it into something pretty. So anyway, all of that to say, I'm going to take a break from that because I'm feeling a little like, with all of that. I did a lot of deep brain work, plugged through, got an outline, and now I'm like, okay, I need to get up, have some movement. So I'm going to take Desi out and then see if I can round up all of the ingredients for the oatmeal cookies. I realized I might have forgotten to get one ingredient at the store yesterday, but I'm going to check. Worst case scenario, I have to make them like tomorrow or Thursday. So we'll see. Hopefully I have everything. But anyway, I will check back in a little bit later with a progress update. And I'll see you then. Oh boy, I'm so tired. I had everything I needed for oatmeal cookies, so I made them. I remembered to get a Granny Smith apple at the store yesterday, so I diced it up really small and put it in. So I think they turned out really well. Cannot wait to try one. I also just made myself a salmon quinoa apple salad. It's literally just romaine lettuce, quinoa, a salmon fillet, and an apple sliced up. Nothing special since I can't do dressing right now. It's just very basic, but it's very tasty. So I'm gonna eat and hang out. I don't think I'm really going to be doing anything else interesting unless I happen to remember to show you the cookies that I made. I might pop back in to show them to you because they are very cute. But anyway, if not, then I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. I accidentally overslept, so I am just getting started and got a text from my bestie in Germany to play Fortnite. And that is her calling me on Discord, so I better skedaddle. So I will catch you later. Well, that was fun. We played for a little bit, and then the sweats started getting on our nerves. So we decided to stop playing for a bit, which is good. I was able to knock out some tasks for my friend who sends me stuff, like freelance stuff to do. So that was really good. And popped lunch in the air fryer. So I'm so mad I accidentally overslept today, but what can you do, right? So I'm doing what I can with the day. Like it's no big deal. I'm really, while I don't have a rigid work schedule, I'm really trying to just listen to my body and embrace, like, if I needed that sleep, I needed that sleep. Like, you know? So it's kind of nice. I definitely can tell that I'm getting my energy back. So yay. After last week being so stressful with the Desi stuff, it's just like, it's nice to feel like I can breathe and rest and relax. And even like doing tasks and things, like working doesn't feel quite so serious. No, heavy. Heavy, I think, is a good word. Yeah. Because, like, when you're really, really stressed, everything can just feel like too much. Like, it's just too much to carry. It's too heavy. And that was me last week. So, yeah. Feeling good. I'm still frustrated. I'm still frustrated that I overslept when my goal was to get up earlier and do things, but it's okay. It's okay. Like, I'm going to get done what I need to today, and whatever I don't get to, I will get done tomorrow. So it's nothing that I'm doing is life or death. Nothing I am doing is, if you don't get this done, you're going to lose a job. Or like, you know, it's not that deep. Yes, I have one deadline for a Notion build. But I have more than enough time today to get that done and still be able to do everything else that I really, really need to get done today. Let me rephrase that. That I would like to, that I would prefer to get done today versus tomorrow. The only thing I need to get done today is the one deadline task, because that is for somebody who is counting on it and waiting for me to get it done. Otherwise, everything else is fluid, and this is a really good exercise in not pressuring myself to do more than I really need to be doing, which is hard. But I think it's good practice. So I'm going to lean into it and just trust that my body knew what it needed and that I will be able to get done the things that really matter today. So got about 5 minutes. I'm going to work on editing a vlog, and I will catch up with you later this afternoon. So it is 1 p.m. on Thursday. This morning kind of got crazy, so I am only just now picking up my camera. It started out with me getting up around 8:30 and having breakfast, and then my favorite streamer, Loya, was online still, which is so unusual these days because she bumped her stream time earlier and she's all the way over in Greece. So time difference really makes it hard for me to actually catch her live. So I hung out in her stream for a while, and then the friend of mine who sends me freelance projects had a last minute thing come through, and she's like, hey, this is urgent. And I was like, okay. So I literally took Desi out, washed my hair and face, threw some clothes on, and then dived straight into that. Dived, whatever. Just went straight into that, and I only just wrapped up with like 10 minutes to spare before the client needed, it was like a presentation I needed to kind of like clean up and, you know, like make pretty. I finished with like 10 to 15 minutes to spare, and before I left the document, the client had gone back in and was like changing some other stuff. Like, okay, well, you know what? At this point, I did all the slides that were there at the time. They're adding stuff. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. That sounds like them. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got that done, and I just popped food in the air fryer. I'm not sure how much time it has left. Okay, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. And apologies if you can hear Desi fussing in the background. I put her food in to soak. So, and she heard that. So she's been like... So, anyway, I am going to check out the current Fortnite shop while I wait for my food. And then after I eat, I'm going to play some games with my bestie in Germany, and we're going to totally rock out and make some fun, crazy TikTok content for her account. We did one where I got this crazy idea. I was like, we were playing Reload, and I threw a bunker down, and the bunkers have tires around the top to keep enemies from going in. So like if you hit them, that you bounce back to keep enemies from like just like jumping and climbing up into the bunker. And so I just got this random idea. I was like, I wonder if we put two next to each other, if you could bounce back and forth between the two, like infinitely. So she's like, let's find out. So she did it, and she actually managed and made a TikTok, and it was so funny. So like in the TikTok, I'm standing there emoting, and she's like bouncing back and forth. It was so great. Like, so today I've just had really good energy today and been in a good mood, and the weather is gorgeous. So I just messaged her. I was like, do you have any fun ideas for more crazy content we could do? So I think we might try to do some fun stuff later for that. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to vibe out for a bit, eat, and then play. And then I need to work on some stuff. So I think, and then I also have, oh my gosh, she gifted me something. What? I just had Fortnite opening in the background while I talked, and she gifted me a skin. She gifted me an axolotl skin. Oh my god. Love you too. It's only half a heart, but love you too. Anyway, okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but I need to go to the chiropractor later, so I'm just going to work on stuff, game with her, and then go do that. I don't know how much interesting stuff I'm going to have to do today, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go feed Desi before she climbs the wall with her craziness, and I'll catch you later. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, never mind. Just got back from running errands and so glad to be home. I got adjusted and feel so much better. I had like a lot of tension from starting my workouts, and sure enough, my occiput was out, so he had to put it back. But, oh, and then he showed me how to stretch my psoas, because my psoas is always like really tight and giving me trouble. So that was cool. So I'm going to be doing that. And yeah, so after that, we ran over by Wally World and the grocery store. We grabbed some dinner while we were out because I was starting to get hungry, and hangry Annie in a car is not a good thing. And I was driving and the traffic was horrendous. So by the time we finished eating, it had cleared out quite a bit. So it was actually quite pleasant. And grabbed a few things. I discovered that I can have pistachios. They are low histamine. So I got some. I'm so excited. So excited. Cannot wait to have some as a snack tomorrow. And then I also got some quick rice. They basically just microwave, just to have something really, really easy for the nights when I'm just feeling tired and cranky and can't cook. So I usually have like 1 or 2 nights like that per week where I'm just like, because, you know, I just, not being able to have leftovers is, so. And then I got some more quinoa and some pasta, because I was out of pasta. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to have a really good variety for next week, over the weekend and next week. So yay. And what else? I think that's about everything since my last check-in earlier. But I am settled in for some editing. It's 8:30, so I figured I'll probably edit for maybe an hour or so, see if I can finish this vlog. I need to do 2 this week, and with the last minute jobs that I've had coming through, I haven't had as much time as I had hoped for editing and working on my digital offer PDF and all of that. So which I'm not going to complain, because it's paid jobs, it's income, which I need. So no complaints from me, but so yeah, I think I'll edit for like an hour and then maybe shower, do all that stuff, play some Genshin. I was able to, I don't remember if I mentioned it on Tuesday, but I was able to get Risley. So I'm so excited. I have been wanting him since he released, but he never had a rerun. This is his first rerun since release. So, and over the course of, you know, however long, like a year and a half that it's been, I have played him in like different events where he's been like featured as a playable character, like in like combat events and like trials and things like that. Anyway, short story is, I really, really, like, when he ran, I was like, I don't know if I really have any good teams for him, I don't know. And I had already gone for another character and was kind of strapped for wishes. So I didn't get Risley and have regretted it since. So I knew I wanted to get him. So I saved my guarantee. I saved up all the things and was able to pull him. So now, like, I haven't really been playing Genshin or any video games a whole lot in the last couple of weeks. So I mean, I would get on to claim my daily thing and kind of do that stuff, but otherwise, it's basically just been minimal dailies and then playing Fortnite occasionally with my bestie. So it's like not been gaming a whole lot. So I don't have his level up materials for the most part. I have a few that I've collected just in the world, but most of them I don't have. So I really need to like start farming that and get him built. So yeah, thinking that might be like a weekend project. So yeah, maybe start working on that tonight. But all that to say, when I found out that he works really, really, really well with Shenhe, my favorite cryo character that I got recently, that I talked about in a previous vlog, when I found out that they are on teams together and work really well as like a double cryo, I was like, give me. So yay, I'll be able to start playing like some melt teams and all sorts of cool stuff. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get to editing. So I'll catch you later. It is a gorgeous, sunny Friday, and I am so enjoying just the spring energy. Like, oh, it's so good. It is so good. It is actually about lunchtime, and this morning was really nice, very, very relaxed, and I hung out in the chat of my favorite streamer, Loya. She does like Fortnite streams, and she's family friendly. She's super fun. And today was her birthday, so I lurked for a bit while I was working on my workbook. So that was fun. And now I'm going to dive into editing a vlog. I'm hoping to finish one today and then maybe start the next one. I don't know what it was. Like I was like, yeah, I can edit 2 vlogs this week. And then I just couldn't get into editing. I don't know. I think some spring fever is kind of setting in. So it's been a little bit difficult for me to focus in general. I'm trying to just kind of roll with it. And when I'm like, okay, I'm bored with this, or, you know, feeling restless or whatever, work on something else. So that has resulted in me kind of bouncing back and forth between different things, but I'm still getting things done. So, you know what? If my ADHD is having the spring fever thing, I'm gonna work with it. Just opened my pistachios for a little treat. I know technically I'm gonna be having lunch, but I saw them sitting there and I was like, I have to have a few. So I'm gonna have like a little handful. I'm just so excited that I figured out that I could have them. So yay. Just a little treat. I also noticed that one of my little cuttings here has started to vine. So I'm really excited about that. Things seem to be, yep, here's one on this one. So things seem to be starting to wake up a bit from the winter, which means that trimming, repotting, like all of that will be very, very soon. So I think that may be my plan for tomorrow. Go to the car wash, go to Pike Nursery. There was something I needed to do, something else I needed to do. I can't remember, but anyway. So maybe we can do that together tomorrow. I know I keep saying that I'll like take you guys along and then I don't actually. I'm still stepping into my title as a YouTuber and working on my YouTubing in public capabilities. So I don't know what that accent was, but so yeah, plan for today, edit, work on my workbook, which I did. I have to do a couple of Notion tasks for one of my friend's clients. I need to do my acupressure mat and a workout. And then I also need to do another video in the tapping, like mini course workshop. That's what it was. Workshop. I've done 2 of the 7 videos and it's interesting. It really is. She goes into why people who have been through trauma, why our bodies feel the need to hold on to excess fat. It very much ties into some things that have happened in my past where I felt, and I won't go into it because I know this could be like a trigger for some people, but where my nervous system felt unsafe due to circumstances outside of my control and certain people and their actions. And my body was like, oh, we will pad ourselves to protect ourselves from these people and circumstances. So, and I kind of thought about it as she was talking. I was like, I started putting on weight again, kind of out of the blue a couple of years ago when I was in an unsafe situation, actually too, home and work. We had neighbors who made me feel very unsafe, and then a bully at work. So those things were concurrent. And I started putting on weight. It's like no matter what I did, I could not get the weight off. So, and it wasn't until last year when I really started, I went through like chakra activation, and then I started working on the trauma healing, and then I started losing weight. And I was like, whoa. Because it's like, I kept feeling like my body was saying, I can't let go, I can't let go, I can't let go. And so as I started working through this trauma stuff and doing all that, anyway, long story short, I've been able to start losing weight again, and I've lost 30 pounds since, I want to say like last fall. So like in the last 6 to 7 months or so, I've been able to let go. My body has been able to let go of 30 pounds. That's how I'm trying to so because it's not just about losing weight, it's not just about dieting, it's not, any of that stuff. There's so much to it that we aren't told. There's so much more to it than we would ever really think about because it's just not spoken about very often. So anyway, all of that to say, the tapping, it is very much focused on recentering the nervous system and kind of builds on what I did with Dr. Amy at Biology of Trauma last fall, where, creating that felt sense of safety, coming home to myself, being able to realize that I am my own safe place. So I thought it was very timely that this workshop came across my Instagram feed. So yeah, it's interesting. I've heard about, I think I mentioned this on a previous vlog, but I've heard about tapping and the benefits over, the last year or so, but I never really thought about it. And then when she started talking about, or this came across my feed, she started talking about safety and how our bodies can store excess fat as a protective mechanism. I was like, that kind of goes with what my body's been telling me. Oh, we can't let go of this because then we won't be safe, which is not true. So yeah, very, very interesting. Today's video is actually diving into the exercise, like an exercise. So I'm really excited. Like the first couple of days, she was kind of laying the foundation and kind of going through the stuff. And then now it's like, okay, I'm going to start learning an exercise. So I'm really excited. But anyway, so yeah, that is my to-do list for today. I can show you all but one. That's my little to-do list. I'm going to get to work, munch on my pistachios, and see where I can get on some of this stuff, and I will catch you later. All right, I have finished editing a vlog, and it is exporting, so yay. Very excited. It feels really good to get that done. And now I am having it's almost the weekend vibes. So I don't really feel like doing anything. And I'm just like, okay. And I think it's partly that spring fever kind of like restlessness too. So yeah, I thought about going through my books and like doing an unhaul, but I kind of like glanced through just now, and there are 3 maybe I'd like to get rid of kind of things. None that really are like, yes, I want to dump that. So I'm like, It's not even worth it. Like, I would love to lighten my load for when I move, but 3 books is not really. And it's not like I have here. Actually, I'll show you my bookshelves really quick. Not a full tour, but let's see. Okay, so these are my shelves. We'll do a little pan. There we go. Okay, so these, starting here all the way down up to right here, are books I have not read yet. Actually, this one is in progress, and then this is the dust jacket of the one I'm reading. This one. But otherwise, oops, oh my gosh, aiming this thing is so weird. So these are books I have but have not read yet. Up to there. And then everything from here on all the way down are books that I have read. So I kind of went through not too long ago and offloaded some. So it's not like I have like a bunch that I'm just like, ugh, no. So it's like just 3 that I may want to offload, but it's like at that point, like one of them is this paperback, just because I can't remember if it comes in hardback, but if it does, I would want to get it because I love the Cassandra Clare hardbacks. Like, as you can see, I collect them, and I haven't even read these yet. And then this is one. This is a paperback that I got. It was when I was trying to collect all of the Shadowhunter stuff, and I didn't really care if I got hardcover or softcover. I had not turned into a hardcover snob yet. So as you can see, like this, plus I was trying to do it on a budget too, right? So like, as you can see, this is my absolute favorite Cassandra Clare story right here, the trilogy right here, and they're in softcover. But like, this is the first one in this series, The Eldest Curses, and it's softcover. But then I have book number 2 in hardcover. So I'm like, I could get rid of the softcover, I guess. Like, why not? But at the same time, it's like, eh. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this kind of thought process. I don't know, endeavor maybe. I don't know. I just don't think it's worth my time for like 3 books. Yes, I could be like, yeah, I'm going to get rid of more and, but it just doesn't feel like it's worth it. And then like my nonfiction and stuff, I already kind of did a cleanup of that too. So at this point, it's maybe I want to get rid of this, maybe I don't. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, hi. I'm not really making much sense. Probably. Hey. Hey. Just woke up from a nap. So yeah, I'm probably not making much sense right now. Or maybe I am. Maybe you get me, right? Hope so. So yeah, just got some restless energy, trying to figure out what I want to do. The only thing on my list for today that I have not done is the tapping video. Aside from like my acupressure and workout, which I do at the end of the day, right before I shower, because I have found that because this has been like so messed up, the acupressure mat really helps get the blood flowing so that the workout doesn't mess me up. And then taking a hot shower right after and doing a ton of stretching. So far, I've been able to avoid a migraine post-workout. So fingers crossed that I have found the hack for getting all of this kind of sorted. I really hope so. So that will be like this evening that I'll do my acupressure mat and my workout. So I don't want to do that. It's only like 4:15. Not ready to shower. So I guess I'll just go ahead and do my tapping video and then maybe start editing last week's vlog. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't like having like this restless thing going on, like this restless energy, and not really like having something clear cut to like funnel it into. Because it's like it's not like anxious energy. It's just like this restlessness. I don't know. Anyway, Oh, first, before I do anything though, I'm going to take the Desi monster outside. Yes. And then I will figure out what to do next. So I think, yeah, I should be able to do another check-in later. So I'll leave the outro for later. I am out of breath. I just vacuumed and dusted, which is always a workout because I have a Dyson ball vacuum and that thing is heavy. So even though it rolls really well on the carpet, I still have to like lug it around, especially when I'm dusting, because I have it in the upright position with the hose attached, and I'm like, I have to pick it up and move it, dust an area, carry it, you know. So I'm like, whew. And Desi is panting because she hates the vacuum, so she was very anxious. She was so worried. Of course, she stops panting as soon as I pick her up to show you. She's adorable when she pants, though. Her little tongue, she's like, so cute. Of course she won't do it now. So I brushed Desi and then promptly vacuumed, so that way I got any of her hair off the floor and surrounding area. So okay, that definitely helped with the restless energy. So now I'm like, okay, it's time to sit and cool down. So I also turned off the heater in my room because I felt like it was plenty warm in here, especially now that I've been moving around. So yeah, that was productive. Now I'm ready to sit. So I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. What do I want to do? At least I'm ready to sit instead of this like nebulous like, oh, I don't want to sit, but I don't want to do things, you know. So I think now I will do that tapping workshop, video 3. I feel like that would be a good, instead of like editing, which is like creative output, or working on my workbook, which is also creative output. I think that sitting and learning something for a little bit would be good. So I'm going to do that. And then by then it'll be after 5. So I'll be thinking about what I want to do for dinner. No idea what I want to do. I'll probably consult the boy and see if he's got any ideas for what we can do, because we'll probably eat dinner together and watch some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So yeah. Oh, and I need to chug some water. Definitely. So I will catch you later. Well, it is about 10:45 and we just finished watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I still need to do my acupressure mat and workout, and I am feeling so lazy. I don't want to. I know my future self will be glad, like tomorrow, if I do it. I've honestly been rethinking my plans to go to Pike because I don't think I should repot my plants until probably April anyway, just because like tonight it's supposed to be freezing outside, so like 32 Fahrenheit outside, and my office, even though the heater's in here, my office gets chilly at night, and I just don't know how freshly repotted plants will do with that. So I'm honestly thinking about just postponing the whole repotting thing until the weather is for sure like warm. And if I'm not getting out tomorrow, then I'll have more time at home, and yeah, I might just do my stuff tomorrow, because I really just want to take a shower, take Desi out, take a shower, and lie in bed. Maybe play some Genshin or something, like just relax. So yeah, I'm very torn. I'm very torn. Either way, I don't think I'm going to do anything worth sharing tomorrow since I won't be getting out. So I think I will go ahead and wrap up this vlog. I hope that you enjoyed this week's vlog. I certainly enjoyed talking to you, and I hope that the things that I shared spoke to you if you needed them. And I look forward to hanging out with you again next week. So take care and stay cozy.